Hi students. So in the last video we covered the topic of atomic physics where we completed that X-rays topic, and after X-rays we completed that Compton effect, and also we completed the uh, Compton effect and Bohr's model we completed. Bohr's model, Compton effect, X-rays and Mosley's law. So Mosley's law also we completed. So these are the topics we covered in this atomic physics, and in the last class we completed this Mosley law and Compton effect. Right? So now we can be solve some problems in this chapter. There we can be follow. So now we can be see this. The first one on the board I written, and there are two problems I written. Second one also is there. So see here, what is the energy of state in triply ionized beryllium whose radius is equal to that of ground state of hydrogen? So here we require to find out what is the energy of this beryllium. So it is a triply ionized beryllium, means in this we have only one electron. So it is a hydrogen like a atom. The elements which are having the only single electron, there we can be apply the Bohr's model, right? So now you can be having here what is the energy of state of triply ionized beryllium whose radius is equal to that of ground state hydrogen. That means here the hydrogen having the energy, or hydrogen like atoms or the hydrogen like elements, they can be follow the Bohr's model. So according to that you can be calculate here the solution for this one is, now you can be having this one, the radius of electron in nth orbit. So we can be having here Rn, radius of electron in nth orbit is proportional to this n square by z, right? So this is what you can be observed, right? Now you can be apply this one for the both for beryllium, for hydrogen, and he said that you observe to be calculate in which state of this beryllium that electron is locating, that energy you want to calculate. So it's based on that n value, first we can be calculated what is n value by using the comparison of the radius of this hydrogen atom in the ground state, which is equal to the radius of that beryllium atom. So here this is, I can be applied here, this is for, let it be for hydrogen, I can write this is n square upon z for hydrogen is equal to, it is in ground state, and n square upon z it is for beryllium. Now you can be use this for hydrogen ground state n is 1 and atomic number is 1. So then this one can be written as here it is 1 square upon 1 is equal to n square upon z, beryllium it is 4. So make this what you can be observed to be having here. So that is n square is equal to 4, which implies n is equal to 2. That means here you have to calculate the energy of this beryllium, triply ionized beryllium. You have to find out the electron is locating in second orbit, n is equal to 2, right? So now you can write so that energy of beryllium in the second orbit, for which one it is, for beryllium, is equal to, we know that what is the energy equation for hydrogen like atoms. For that you can be having it is how much it is? It is 13.6 into, you can be having z square by n square electron volts. So here z square by n square electron volts. So now you can add here energy of beryllium in the second orbit is equal to, you can add here it is 13.6 into z square. So what is the atomic number for beryllium? It is 4 square upon n square. N is how much we got here? 2 square. It is in electron volts, right? So now you can calculate. So what is the energy? Simplify this one. You can get this energy of beryllium in the second orbit. That is, you can be calculated here. It is this 4 here, 4 square. One of the 4 is cancelled. So this will become, it is 54.4 electron volts. So this is the energy of this beryllium, triply ionized beryllium, whose radius is equal to that of a ground state hydrogen atom, right? How much energy it is? 54.4 electron volts. Okay, that is what we have for this question, right? Followed. So just apply the Bohr's model where the radius concept is given this equal. So comparing that, you find out the n value in that orbit. What is the energy of electron you have to calculate? That we got here 54.4. Okay, it is a minus also you can put. That is that minus represented the bonding nature. The bonding nature of that electron towards the nucleus, that is minus we can be having according to equation. Now coming to the second one, there is one more problem we have here. The electron in hydrogen atoms are raised from ground state to third excited state. Then find the number of emission lines. Is asked to calculate how many number of transitions or what are the possibilities of the transitions of electron where it is made, where to where? From ground state to it is third excited state. Third excited state. Right? Not first excited, second excited, third excited. Right? So it is not just it is a third excited state means what is the n value? It is not 3, it is 4. Right? It is second excited. N is equal to excited means it is n is equal to 2 onwards it can be started. First excited means n is equal to 2. Right? So here according to data you can be having here what you can be having here n1 is 1, n2 is a third excited state means it is 4. Then number of the spectral lines emitted, you can be having the equation. So number of spectral lines emitted is equal to, I can write here n is equal to, it is n2 minus n1, n2 minus n1 plus 1 upon 2. So this is the equation. So whenever you have that the transition is getting into the ground state, n is equal to 1, then you can put here n1 is 1, here also n1 is 1. There you can be observed to be write the equation, these two will be 1 plus minus 1 plus 1 cancel, n2 into n2 minus 1, or this n2 you taken as n. So n into n minus 1 by 2 you can be get. That is when that transition is getting into the first or ground state, there you can be observed this number of spectral lines. Now here n1, n2 values are there, just put here you can be get that value. So n is equal to here, n2 is 4, 4 minus 1 into, here it is 4, this minus 1 plus 1 because n1 is 1. So you just write it is 4 by 2. So this is 3 into 4. 3 into 4 upon 2. 2 to cancel. It is 6. So how many the number of possible spectral lines you can be get? 6 number of spectral lines we can be get when this process takes place. That is electron is jumps from ground state to the third excited state. There you can be get here number of spectral lines or number of emission lines are given by 6. Right? So these are the problems we can be do. Right? Now further we can be see the other problems also. Next one, third one. An alpha particle of energy, 5 million electron volts. Energy 5 million electron volts is scattered through 180 degrees by a fixed uranium nucleus. Then find the distance of closest approach. Then the distance of closest approach in the order of, then the distance of closest approach in the order of. So this is the question. So for this you have to calculate the distance of closest approach. So the distance of closest approach is where that alpha particle is made retraced back. That means that scattering angle become 180 degrees there. That distance to the center of that nucleus, the distance is what it is called as the closest approach by the alpha particle, which we will be considering as a, sometimes it is radius of nucleus. Correct. So now you can be observed here at closest distance of approach, or at closest approach, distance of closest approach, where already said the kinetic energy of that alpha particle is equal to the electrostatic potential energy between that alpha particle and that nucleus. So therefore you can make it to be equator. That means here at closest of distance, or distance of closest approach, at distance of closest approach, so what you can be observed, the kinetic energy of alpha particle is equal to electrostatic potential energy between that alpha particle and nucleus. So kinetic energy of alpha particle is, you can write it is given here. The energy of alpha particle is given as here. Total value is provided. That is 5 million electron volts. So I can write it is 5 million 10 power 6 electron volt. It is converting into joule. That is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule is equal to electrostatic potential energy. You can write it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2. So that is, you can write here ZE into E upon, you can be having the distance, that is distance of closest approach. So this is what you can be observed, the electrostatic potential energy between the nucleus and alpha particle. So there you can be observed here, this is a constant value, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is constant. So that is nothing but 9 into 10 power 9. And Z, here Z is what you can be observed here, alpha particle. So what is the charge of alpha particle? Z is a atomic number for this one, alpha particle. Alpha particle atomic number is how much it is? It is, you can be having 2, helium is 2, atomic number Z is 2, and E into E square. So we want to get this R naught. So I can put this one is R naught is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 power 9 into Z is 2, E square is 1.6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into 10 power minus 19. It will be 38, 10 power minus 38 upon, what you have here, it is 5 into 10 power 6 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So this is what you can be observed to be calculated here. So here 1.6, one of the 1.6 cancel. So 10 power minus 19, 10 power minus 19 cancel, remaining 10 power minus 19 exist. And in this, the remaining calculations also you can be see here, 10 power 6 here 3 remains. So here 3 is there, here minus 19, you will be get minus 16. Right, remaining is here 5, here it is 9 into 2, 18, 18 into 1.6. So here I can write this R naught. Distance of closest approach is given by, here it is, we have 9 into 2, 18, 18 into 1.6 upon 5 into 10 power minus 16. So now make this calculation further also, that is what you can be get here it is. Just to make this calculation further, it is 16, or you just divide this one with this and after that multiply. In any ways you can be do, right? So now I can make this one to be, just to make it to be here 5, 5, 3, 2. 5 3 is 15, so it will be 1 remain, so 10, 5 2 is 10, 0.32 you can be get. So now you can make this is multiply with this, that is 18 2, 36, these are 3 remains, 18 3, 54 plus 3, 54, 59, correct. So now you can be having, this is what you can be having, it is 10 power minus 16. So that is the value what you can be observed to be having here it is. This is the equation. So 9 into 2, right? So here e square, one of the e is cancel, here 16 and this 10 power 19, so minus 19, here 10 power 3 is there, 10 power 16 you can get. So this is the value what you can be get, and in this you can write further, this is in meters. You can write this one is and here it is, there are two decimal points are there, here you can be observed two decimal points. Now I can write this is 5.96 into 10 power minus 14 centimeter. Right. So here this numerical value how to take 1, 2, 3, 4 any one. This value can be written as here 6 also. You can write it is R0 is equal to 6. It is more than 5. That means you can write it is just is 6 into 10 power minus 14 centimeter. Right. Okay. In this way we can be calculate the value, and we got here it is. Okay, this is the distance of closest approach. If it is asked in the order means here 10 power minus 14 centimeter. Correct. So in this way the calculation can be, you can be do. Okay. So here the important is just this equation you have to remember. That is the kinetic energy of alpha particle should be equal to, it is electrostatic potential energy between that alpha particle and the charge of the nucleus. That is what we have here, right? This is what we have. Another problem where we calculated distance of closest approach. Okay, next one. We go for another problem. Here it is. A hydrogen atom emits. Next one, fourth one. A hydrogen atom emits a photon corresponding to an electron transition from n is equal to 5 to n is equal to 1. Then find speed of hydrogen. Then find recoil speed of. Hydrogen atom. So this is the question. So here an hydrogen atom is make the emission during the transition of the electron from where to where? It is from n is equal to 5 to n is equal to 1. So during that the energy is radiated out. Because of the radiation is emitted, the hydrogen atom will be recoil. Recoil means it can be moves in opposite direction to make the conservation of energy and momentum to be satisfied. So that is you can be observed in your first we use a recoil of gun. That is where you are firing the bullet from the gun. When the bullet is moving forward, gun can be moved backward. The recoil of gun which is called. To make the conservation of energy and momentums are satisfied or observed, there the recoil can be, you can be seen. So here also, once that energy is emitted from that hydrogen atom when electron may transition from n is equal to 5 to n is equal to 1, there the energy is radiated. So how much energy is radiated? Because of that there is a change in the momentum. So because of the change in the momentum for that hydrogen atom, the hydrogen atom will be getting the recoil. So what is the recoil speed of that hydrogen atom during this transition? So that is here the momentum, conservation of momentum you have to apply here. That is here for this the calculation by so conservation of linear momentum or momentum. Conservation of momentum, we can be observed here momentum of hydrogen atom should be equal to momentum of photon. So momentum of photon and a hydrogen atom should be equal. So this can be written as here mass into velocity, that only we required. Velocity for hydrogen atom is equal to, this can be written as in terms of energy and velocity of light. So I can write this is given as here E by C. E by C. Already photons we seen. So energy of photon, what you can write here by using mc square, right? So this can also be written as here it is you can write E is equal to, it is mc into C. So mc is nothing but momentum of photon. So momentum of photon is 1 by E by C, right? So I can put here in place of momentum of photon, photonic momentum, what you can write? Energy by velocity of light. So I can use this one. So here energy, that energy is calculated how much it is radiated during the transition of electron from n is equal to 5 to n is equal to 1. So that I can write here mass into velocity. Velocity of hydrogen atom or recoil of hydrogen atom speed is given by here E. E is, you can write this 13.6 into, it is hydrogen Z square is okay, only one square, you can no need to write that one, and 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. It is in electron volts, so I can convert into joule. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule upon m into C. So mass of that hydrogen, it is mass of proton itself. You can write it is 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 kg, and velocity of light is 3 into 10 power 8. So this will be come in a meter per second. Now make this a further calculation here. N1, N2, you just substitute here. What you can we get? N1 is here it is 1. N2 is here it is 5. Then you can write 1 minus 1 upon 25 it will come. So that recoil speed, V recoil is equal to, you can be get here it is 13.6 into here 1 minus 1 by 25, it will be 24 by 25. 24 upon 25 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. So upon what we have another, it is 1.67 into 10 power minus 27 into here it is a 25 into 3 into 10 power 8. So we can make it this one to be further calculation. See this 1.67, 1.6, it will be approximately both are cancelled. And make this one to be here it is this is 8, here it is 27, it is a 19. So this will be cancelled. These are cancelled. So 3, 8 you can be make it cancelled. So here speed, recoil speed of hydrogen atom V recoil is equal to, so multiply this one, it will be approximately, it will become as 8 into 6, 48. 8 is 24, 28, 2, it will be 10. So upon 25, it is meter per second. So it is the recoil speed of hydrogen atom is equal to approximately, you can write this 4 meter per second. So here 108, 109 you can be say 109 by 25. But here you see 1.6 here 1.67. So little bit it is denominator value is more compared to this. So both we cancelled, but this will be less than 1. No. So approximately it is the order of the recoil speed is how much you can be get? It is 4 meter per second. Right. So in this way we can be calculated. Here recoil speed you can be apply the conservation of momentum. Right. So this is the another problem where the recoil speed of the hydrogen atom can be determined when the electron made a transition from one energy to another energy. Next one. So there is a comparison of maximum to minimum wavelengths during any one of these spectral series. So that is maybe Balmer, maybe Lyman, maybe Pasteur or anyone. So here a question you have, that is fifth one. The ratio of the largest to shortest wavelengths in Balmer series of hydrogen spectra is. So here the question is the ratio of largest to shortest wavelengths in Balmer series of hydrogen spectra is. What is that ratio? So for this, just you can be know, already given the a table when we discussed about these hydrogen spectral lines, right? So for this, to get a maximum, the wave number should be minimum. Wave number should be minimum means that 1 minus, you can be having whatever the value, that should not be 0. It should be some value should be there. That means when you are taking the transition of n is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2, it is which series? Balmer. Balmer is n1 is 2, n2 is 3. Right? That is, there you can get the wavelength is minimum. Therefore, you can get the minimum wavelength means you can get it is reciprocal of wavelength is minimum, you can get minimum value, that is 1 by lambda is minimum. So lambda value is, you can be observed to be having maximum. So you can write here it is that is see here for which series? Balmer series. For Balmer series, for lambda max. So lambda max is, you can be observed to be having the wave number should be minimum. So when you can be minimum, it is for first series itself, that is for n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, where you can be observed lambda value is 1 by lambda value is minimum. So 1 by lambda value is minimum means lambda value is maximum. Lambda value is maximum, there is, you can be get it is a maximum wavelength. So for Balmer series, lambda max, or I can write it is a 1 by lambda max, or lambda max. For Balmer series, lambda max, the transition should be where to where? N2 should be 3 and N1 should be it is 2. So where this electron made a transition, there you can be get that wavelength is maximum. So that I am calculating here 1 by lambda max is equal to, so whatever the value is there, that is you can be having here, it is that is 0.53. No, that is what you can be observed, it is 1 by lambda wave number is equal to R. So Z square into 1 upon 1, here n1 is 2 square minus 1 upon 3 square. So this is what you can get. So 1 by lambda max is equal to R into this 1 by 4 minus 1 by 9. So it will become, it is 9 minus 4, 5 by 36. So you can write it is 5 by 36. So lambda max, what you can get it is, so lambda max is equal to is 36 upon 5R. Similarly, lambda minimum, for lambda minimum, so the n2 should be infinity and n1 is as it is, that is 2 itself. So now again you calculate 1 by lambda minimum. So what you can write it here, R Z square, okay, R into 1 by 4 minus 0. So this is 1 by lambda minimum is how much it is? R by 4. From this, what is the lambda minimum? So we can write it is 4 upon R. Now you can write here largest to shortest. Largest is, you can be having here, it is lambda max upon lambda minimum is equal to, it is 36 upon 5R divided by lambda minimum. That means you can write it is R by 4. So this RR cancel, 4 it is 9. So this ratio is given by lambda max upon lambda minimum. It is equal to how much it is? 9 by 5. Right? So this is the equation or the ratio of minimum maximum wavelength to minimum wavelength, or largest to shortest wavelength in case of which one it is? Balmer series. Right? There is one more question. The energy of electron in the ground state in hydrogen atom is given as minus 13.6 electron volts. Then what is the kinetic energy of electron in the fourth orbit? So the question is here, it is the energy of electron in the fourth orbit, that is the sixth one. I am not writing the question, so just we can make a note about that question what is given. It is the sixth one. Here I am reading one more time question, that is the energy of electron in the ground state of hydrogen atom is given as here. In the ground state, E1 is equal to minus 13.6 electron volts. This is given for hydrogen atom. Then is asked to calculate what is the kinetic energy of the electron in the fourth orbit. Here, kinetic energy of electron in fourth orbit. So what is the kinetic energy? So just can we find out what is the total energy of electron in fourth orbit? So what is the total energy of electron in the eighth orbit if it is having the ground state energy is given by this minus 13.5 electron volts? That is here energy of electron in fourth orbit. So what is that equation? You can write it is En. N is nothing but 4 here. So I can write here minus 13.6. You can write Z square by N square. That is 1 square upon N square. N is here 4. So 4 square. You can be having this is electron volts. Right? So now I can write it is E4 is equal to minus 13.6 upon 16 electron volts. So if you divide that value 13.6 upon this 16, you can get it is a 0.85 electron volts. So this is the total energy of electron in the fourth orbit. But is asking not the total energy, is asking kinetic energy. So what is the ratio of these energies in any orbit? That is already we know. The potential energy, kinetic energy, total energy, they are in the ratio of minus 2 is to 1 is to minus 1. So here total energy is this much, which is equal to the magnitude of the total energy of that electron in that any orbit is equal to the value of kinetic energy itself. So as the kinetic energy is to total energy, they are 1 is to minus 1. Therefore here this value is minus is there, that is the total energy. So kinetic energy is nothing but only same value, but it is no minus. So therefore kinetic energy of electron in the fourth orbit is equal to how much it is? 0.85 electron volts. Right? So these are some of the problems related to this atoms topic. Right? Okay. Signing.